Hi guys, it's the Queen. It's my Talk to Me Tuesday for June 12th, 2018. I only have a few things to show today. I have been taking forever to get the slip covers made for the patio furniture. I measured a million times before I cut that striped fabric and wanted to make sure that everything lined up okay and all that kind of good stuff. But I ran into another design dilemma. I couldn't decide whether I wanted to put the piping around the cushions or not. And then with the help from a couple people online and my kids, they said, just sew it up, Mom. I'm like, hey, that sounds good to me. So I decided not to do the piping, and I did a decent job. I came across these zippers because that was another thing. I'm like, do I want to make zippers or do I want to be lazy and just do the Velcro? Come to find out, these zippers aren't so hard after all. I watched a tutorial from this company called Sailrite, I think. They make a lot of outdoor fabric, outdoor furniture, and they sell fabric for outdoor furniture, and they recover things. And they had a lot of great tutorials on how to do different things. So I watched the part on how to do the zipper, and it didn't come out too bad. I'll show you pictures up here. Plus, I'll actually, once I sit this camera down, because I have it on my selfie stick right now, once I sit the camera down and re-record, I will pull it up so you can see a before cushion and an after cushion. But these are the zippers that I found. And they were marked down to $4.97. It's got two ends. It's one really long tape. It's like, let's see, what does it say? 72 inches. And for most of my cushions, I only needed the zippers to be 20 inches. And I need one long one for the love seat cushion, not the backs. They also just need the 20-inch zipper. So, and these came with two pulls so that they could meet, you know, zip from both ends and meet in the middle. So I'm like, you know what? This is going to be zipper tape for me. And it worked. I put, this is how much I have left from just one. Now, I actually could have gotten 3 zippers out of one since it's 72 inches and I only need them to be 20. But there's only 2 pulls. And the pulls that they had at the store are not this big. These are pretty big. So I'll just have zipper tape for something else. I'll use it in some other kind of craft, I'm pretty sure. What else? I almost didn't have enough fabric, and then I remembered I had some in the basement from when I recovered the swing cushion. And I also had a few other pieces of fabric that coordinated with it. This big floral that was on a burgundy background. It was so pretty. But I used that for the swing, and unfortunately it's met its demise. It faded and faded because I didn't treat it. But this time, since I'm going through so much work getting all these sewn nicely, I will order the UV protectant spray by Scotchgard. I found it on Amazon, but for some reason it takes 2 to 4 weeks to ship it. But it's only like $5 a can, so that beats buying it at the store for $11. So I'll just make them, take them out when I don't need them, bring them back in, or cover them, because I do have covers to go over the sets. So that'll hold the color in until I get it treated. Another thing I worked on was Jackson's tummy time mat and never got finished. I took it down off of this design wall to put the other chicken tracks up there, and then I never did get to it. I forgot about it because it was folded up over on the side, and then it got covered when I started doing my project of doom fabric collecting, hoarding. Call it what it is, because that's what I did. I hoarded a bunch of fabric and I still haven't made the project. Anyway, I took it out and looked at it. I was like, oh, he's so big now. I'm glad I didn't finish it because it would have been small. So I made some borders to go around it and added some little tabs and some little fidget pieces so that he could, if he didn't have a bunch of toys laying out, he could just lay there and play with the ribbons. Let me move this. And things like that. So I have to put the back on there, and I'm just going to do a piece of gray fleece. And I thought I had a big enough piece, but when I laid it out, apparently I used it for something else. So I've got to go get another strip. And I might just use navy and just make it gray, navy, gray, and call it a day. I'm going to also put a couple pictures up here of the few things that I have finished for his birthday party, because I've been working on that a lot. And see if anybody knows this week, after they see the clues, what the birthday party theme is. I am anxious to see your guesses, because everybody did get that sparkle pager correct, but nobody knew what the theme was yet. So it's a little bit of a challenge. I think after watching the pictures this week, you might have an idea. Okay, I'm going to show you the befores. This is what my cushions look like before. Just plain, whoops, I don't know what that was. Just plain with the piping, and this is probably the best looking one. A bird chewed up one, a bird or a squirrel, something, they started picking at it. A dog totally demolished another one. These are the backs. I'm saving these for last. And I'm not going to put these tabs on to make them stay on the furniture, because I think that's one reason that I didn't take them off all the time, because I hated going through all that unfastening them. But here is one of the chair seats completely done. Now it only matches, it only matches on the top, because when I put the boxing strip around, the top and the sides lined up, or the top and the front of it lined up, but not as I went around. But there's the zipper, and that came out pretty well. I'm pleased. And I wanted to show you how the zipper looked, and I did a pretty decent job with it. It came out all right. So I will continue making these, and hopefully I can get them done by the weekend. This took a couple hours to get all the logistics figured out while I was sewing it. And since I did one, the second one should be easier. And then I just have the long seat cushion for the love seat. And then I have a total of 4 of these curved ones, 1 for each chair and 2 for the love seat. But yep, I've got all my pieces over here, all trying to figure out what's in my way. Oh, it's this thing. Yeah, that doesn't look good. Anyway, there's so much stuff here from this project that it's taken up my whole table. I had to lay most of it out on the floor and able to cut it because it just was so much fabric. It was like 7 yards of fabric. I was just asked to make a dress for a flower girl dress for a wedding. So I'll start thinking about that next week, because she said the wedding is August the 4th. So I've got to budget that into my time so that it doesn't interfere with the things that I've got going for Jackson's party and for my mom's birthday and just life in general. Oh, I also put some wax and polish on the Singer, and I can put a picture up over here, show you guys how it looks. Came out pretty nice, real shiny. She's pretty. And I was debating on whether to get some more decals to put on, but I think I'm going to leave it the way it is because it's 101 years old. It's not supposed to look brand new. I like the look of it being worn and used and loved. So I'm going to keep it the way it is and just make sure it stays shiny though. And make sure that the motor is always in good shape. That's it for now, guys. I know that I said I only had a few things, but since I ramble so much, it took more time than I expected. But this is a different time of day for me, so it's a little bit getting used to. I think I'll do this more often because I have the light from the windows as well as my extra lights. And I think I'll start doing this now. Record my Talk to Me Tuesday at the end of the day instead of at the beginning of the day. And that way I'll be forced to get it out quicker because I won't think I have all day to do editing. So until next time, hug the ones you love. Stay crafty. I look forward to seeing your videos. And have a great week, everybody.